So here is the problem with not feeling like you can speak up and assert yourself and ask for what you want and what you need. Let's say, for example, that you are with a family member and you're on a road trip and you've been going all day, several hours driving, and you know that you're hungry and you want something to eat, but you don't speak up. You don't ask the family members to stop and get food because you kind of have this sense that if you ask, you know that the other doesn't really want to stop. And you may even feel like, okay, my needs are not worthy. You might have been used to being that way, conditioned that your needs and wants are not important. And you're afraid to speak up and say, can we stop and get some lunch? Here's the problem. You're a grown-ass adult. You might be an adult, a young adult, and you're still allowing these other people in your life to act as if they're your parents, that you're too afraid to ask mommy or daddy for permission to just stop and get food, which is like something that we need to survive. If you're hungry, you're hungry. So I invite you to ask yourself, if you find yourself being in this position where you wear the people pleaser mask, because that's what this is about. It's about wearing the people pleaser mask and feeling that you are unworthy and you're too afraid. You're too afraid to speak up and assert your wants and needs because you're not feeling whole from within. If you're in your wholeness and you're in your sovereignty, you know then that it's fully fine for you to speak up and say, hey, do you mind if we pull off and stop and get some lunch or get something to eat? So I invite you to explore if this is the case. And if you are struggling to speak up and speak out, then I invite you next to see if you can have some compassion for yourself. If you can maybe just place your hand on your heart and just let yourself know that you are worthy, you are sovereign. There's nothing wrong with you for having needs and wants and desires. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with you for speaking up and speaking out. And then let me know in the comments section if that helps at all. And